Hey up. Hydrogen for road transport is dumb, but it's the most abundant element in the universe. It might be the most abundant element in the universe, but here on Earth it sticks to stuff, like oxygen, as in H2O, water. We can't simply drag it out of the air like welding bottle companies do with oxygen and CO2. We have to actually make it. So, in this video, we'll talk about the efficiency, infrastructure, range and performance, and the environmental impact. First up, efficiency. When we look at the entire process of producing, transporting and using hydrogen, it's not as efficient as it might seem. Electrolysis, the process of extracting hydrogen from water, requires a significant amount of energy. In fact, a majority of hydrogen today is produced from natural gas through a process called steam methane reforming, which isn't exactly eco-friendly. The FUD in the newspapers would have you think otherwise, but it's a byproduct from the fossil fuel industry, and they're doing their damnedest not to be disrupted. But unfortunately for them, as we've seen on this channel many times, they are on the wrong side of the disruption. Starting in the yellow box in the middle with 100 kilowatt hours of electricity, in the hydrogen side, on the left, we have AC to DC conversion, which is about 95% efficient, leaving us with 95 kilowatt hours. Then we need to extract the hydrogen from the water by electrolysis, which in itself is just 75% efficient, leaving us with 71 kilowatt hours of what we started with. Next, we need to either compress it or liquefy it, which is 90% or 65% efficient respectively. Next, transportation, either 80% or 90% efficient depending on whether it's a compressed gas or a liquid. This leaves us with 51 kilowatt hours or 42 kilowatt hours respectively. Now onto the actual fuel cell. That in itself is 50% efficient, leaving us with 26 kilowatt hours or 21 kilowatt hours respectively. Now onto the drivetrain of the vehicle. Once it has electricity from the fuel cell, it is 90% efficient at turning that into motion. In other words, it's an electric vehicle by this point. So we're left with either 23 kilowatt hours for hydrogen compression technique or 19 kilowatt hours liquefaction technique. Now onto the battery electric vehicle, with two options of energy from the grid or charged at home with solar. From the grid, we are looking at about 90% efficiency in the transmission. AC to DC conversion and charging is about 80%, 85% efficient, or 90% if charged at home direct. The electric vehicle with regenerative braking is about 90% efficient, giving us a total efficiency of 69% or 81% respectively. That's 3 or 4 times as efficient as the whole hydrogen picture. A complete no-brainer. After looking at these numbers, you must literally not have a brain if you think that hydrogen is the future of transportation. What on earth were Toyota thinking? Really? Please comment in the comments down below if you can shed any light on that. So now let's have a look at the infrastructure. The infrastructure plays a pivotal role in any transportation shift. Building an entirely new hydrogen refueling infrastructure would require substantial investment. Not to mention, transporting and storing hydrogen can be quite challenging, to say the least. It's the smallest molecule and it wants to leach through everything that you try and contain it in. It's very low energy due to its low energy density and high storage requirement. So let's have a look at the North American network. This is a map of the current hydrogen infrastructure in the US. Those dots on the map represent hydrogen fueling stations. Now let's have a look at the battery electric vehicle charge points. That's just the public charging. Most people charge at home overnight. It's only on longer road trips when people need public charging. So on to range and performance. Hydrogen vehicles do offer impressive range and faster refueling times compared to traditional electric vehicles, but the gap is narrowing. New advancements in battery technology and are continuously improving the range and charging speed of battery electric vehicles. And for all of you out there that are saying, they don't have enough range, what's the range of your bladder? Also, electric vehicles have the advantage of regenerative braking, which recaptures energy due to braking and improves overall efficiency. This gives them an edge in stop and go traffic and city driving. So what about the environmental impact? The environmental impact is a critical factor in today's transportation choices. While hydrogen vehicles emit only water vapour, the process of producing hydrogen often involves carbon emissions, especially when derived from fossil fuels. On the other hand, battery electric vehicles produce zero tailpipe emissions during operation and have a smaller overall carbon footprint, especially as renewable energy sources become a larger part of the overall energy mix. So, wrapping it up, the hydrogen hype is real, but when we take a closer look at the efficiency, infrastructure, range, performance, environmental impact, battery electric vehicles emerge as the clear winner for the future of transportation. As technology continues to evolve and renewable energy becomes more accessible, the case for BEVs only gets stronger. So what do you think? Please let me know in the comments below. Please like this video if you did. You can find me on X at Vincent Gledhill. Until next time, bye bye.